What is up, YouTube? Welcome to another episode, and this is Gem or Junk, a series where we go and take the current team of the week, find a player who is cheap or a discarded price player, and show you guys if they are worth you picking up. This week's player, and the second player for this week, is Andrés Guardado, the player who plays for Valencia, the Mexican international, and he has got some really good in-game stats. If you do want to have a check, just pause the video and you can see them there, or check the foothead link, which will be in the links in the description below. He's normally a left mid. He's 5'7". He's got high media work rate, 2-star weak foot, 3-star skills, which kind of do hurt him a bit. I like my wingers to have a little bit of skill, or if not, have really good weak foot. He doesn't, but look at those physical stats. He has got crazy physical stats. It's unreal. He's got great pace, great everything, and you can see on his card: 88 pace, 77 shooting, 86 dribbling. This guy is on paper a really good little player, and you can see there he shrugs a player off. And this is something I've noticed with Guardado. I've had a lot of players and they get easily shrugged off the ball. His crossing has gone up to 87. That's a plus of 3 from his normal card. Basically, all his upgrades really do help him in that really wide position. I'm playing him at 4-3-3, and it definitely does show. His finishing has gone up to 73 from 66, but for me, I didn't really see too much of it, although he has scored a couple goals. As you can see, he doesn't have any skills. That's the issue. You're going to have to basically run through him or pass through him, like doing here to Soldado, who finishes it off nicely. And this is what he kind of has to do: baits the player in, kind of beats him for a little bit of pace. Got a little bit of skill with him, but I just love this player. The way that he moves around, he creates chances always for my striker. Even though he isn't a skiller, and I do prefer my my wingers to have it. And look at that, he shrugs that player off to get the ball back. This is what I love about Guardado. He is just a plucky player, and what I mean by that is, he would lose the ball, he'll run and go and try and receive the ball, get it back, and he would, muscle the player off. He would just weave his way inside like he does there and finishes it with a plum. His finishing in front of goal is actually pretty decent, and he does, and he will get you some goals. I just love the overall style of this play. He never gives up, and he is so plucky. He gets into good areas as well, and I like the look of him. His long shots have gone up to 88 from 79. That's a massive increase, one of the biggest areas he's been increased. As you can see, he falls over there. That does happen a couple of times. I think that's just what happens in FIFA 13. Sometimes they get outstrengthed, sometimes they hold their own. But this is probably what you have to do. Just kind of weave in and out and create chances for your other players that hopefully people will score, like Costa did there. His penalties, I only wanted to quickly show that. I didn't want to spend too long on it. His penalties gone up from 73 to 81, which is a good little increase. And here it is in his best sort of area, going to the byline, cutting it across, and how much are people doing that in FIFA 13? Look at that, doesn't fall over, wins the ball back, passes it on to Costa, makes himself in a good area to receive the ball back, and loses it again. But then he outsmarts and gets, actually tackles David Luiz there. Finishing a little bit hit and miss sometimes, but look at that little finish from Guardado. That's what you do with in a 4-3-3. Get the right winger to cross it in, he will be there, and most times he will score for you. I love his strength in this. It's a weird thing. I think his strength is only like 64, but he is so plucky, and the way he plays, I enjoyed my time with Andrés Guardado, and hopefully you can tell it from the way that I'm talking about him. Some of the other stats he's gone up. His agility's gone up 5 from 85 to 90. Balance is now 96 from 91. Jumping is 80 from 75. Reactions 84 from 79. His ball control is 88. That's a plus of 5. Free kicks at 84. I did try a couple of them. I'm not the best at free kicks, so they probably want the best to show. Shot power is 89 from 80, and volleys have gone up from 68 to 75. So overall, is this player a gem or junk? I am a big fan of Andrés Guardado. Yes, he does lack in skill. He's only got 3-star skill moves, and his weak foot isn't the best. It actually does seem a little bit better than 2-star skill, 2-star, but I think this guy is a plucky player, and you will enjoy him. He shrugs players off. He does knit other players into play. You are not going to skill or use him for that, but cutting to the byline, crossing it in, and doing things like that, passing it to your other strikers or people who is helping him from midfield. This guy is perfect, and I really did enjoy him. I think he did score a couple goals, like 3 goals in like 4 or 5 games or something for me. So I would say go and pick yourself up at Andrés Guardado. Good little player. Not 100% sure if he's worth the price he is at the moment, which is around 17k, but do go and check for him. He's a really enjoyable player. And that is the end of this episode. If you have liked the video, please do give it a like. Do remember to subscribe. Check the links in the description for Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook. Also, a question for you: if you tried a inform from this week, who do you recommend and why? And do put them in the comments below. I do look forward to reading them. And as ever, I will see you in the next episode of Gem or Junk. Until then, peace.